Let's go, Will and Jada. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, it's a Friday.
So it's a Friday.
Yes.
That's how we come
Friday.
in.
Yes.
Miles,
Hey,
Miles,
Miles.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
No,
Put me in the game.
We coming
No.
in hot.
Put me in the game.
We're gonna start off with something else today.
Let's slide into it. Can we just
Let's
slide
start off where we stopped last time.
My
Put me in the
Y'all
game. Go.
good.
Put me in the game. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
With the
Let's go.
show.
Put me in the game.
Goodness, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just so happy to see you all. You know, they took me out last week. Said we couldn't even party with y'all no more. I was just so disappointed. So disappointed. Lost power. All 4,000 people in our little city lost power.
Hey, that's our city.
But what
No, Miles. No, Miles. When I crossed the tracks, your power was on.
That's what I said on the show last week. I said that's what happens when you actually do live in Cutler Bay and you pay Cutler Bay taxes. You gotta live in Gould and pay Cutler Bay taxes, and they keep the power on when you do that.
They too scared to drive through to cut your power off, Miles.
Right, that's fine, bro. That's fine. That's fine.
hilarious.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes
That's
to stay
right.
connected.
Right.
Stay connected. Whatever it takes.
Ay, ay, ay.
Well, we're happy to see Mr. Poppy.
Cognac.
Cognac, Bobby.
Kendrick, thanks for joining us, sir.
You're welcome. Glad to be back.
Helen and Bonita and everyone else
hello.
out there, thanks for joining us. It's another Friday. Mokita has her pink and green on. I love it.
I do.
Hi, Makita, aka Will's something. I don't know what it is, but it's something.
Oh,
That's what they say.
Will.
You thought Will?
Oh,
William.
William.
Wait, okay.
William.
Okay, Kendrick, what you don't know is I was married to somebody named Will for real. And I was like, where that go? Where that's going?
That's funny.
Well, now you got Will number 2.
No, sir. No, sir.
Will
No,
2.0.
sir.
Look on her
You
face
said
right
2.0.
here.
2.0.
Her face lit up. I was like, wait a minute, how do he know?
Look, I was like, where did that come from?
But
I only missed one show.
Kendrick, she been messing with them Latinos, so his name is Guillermo.
Oh, Guillermo Sanchez.
Sanchez. Yes.
Latino version of William.
Ever since Justice done left the nest, I'm talking about boy, things done changed.
Y'all
in
encouraged
those
it.
households.
Y'all encouraged it. So I just
That's right, Mo. You better do it. Mo, you better live your best life, Mo. I'm toasting to your best life.
Yes, me too, Ebony. Thank you, darling.
Right.
I love it. I love it. Well, last week most of us went to see Erica.
How was it?
Oh man, my goodness.
It was good.
Goody Mob was fire too.
Oh yes,
Goody
I
Mob
love
was-
Goody Mob.
Yeah.
Goody Mob and Scarface did their thing.
Was that an old Gremlin concert?
I'm about to say it was the old fam concert.
No BS though. They came for either for homecoming or spring fest. I can't remember which one, but Erica gave us a show because, as you know, well, she's not a Gremlin grad, but she does claim Gremlin because she did go there, and Goody Mob.
I know, right? Like you can't say she didn't graduate. Thanks, Miles.
Listen,
He just said she ain't graduated from Grambling. Maybe she
Yeah.
graduated from somewhere else.
Common is a FAMU alum and he has no papers to prove it. But I'm just saying. You gotta own your alumnus, Miles, is what I'm trying to say.
Why you taking that one, huh? You
But-
taking that
Own
one,
it.
huh?
But
You
he
gave him
has
a-
an honorary degree from there, I think. Doesn't he have an honorary degree?
Hey,
Common?
slow down. Everybody be careful. Everybody be cool. Everybody be cool.
I'm just saying.
Don't go making stuff up. Everybody be cool.
Right.
There you go.
That's
Right.
hilarious.
Mrs. Martins, there go your sponsorship.
I
There go
know,
your
right?
sponsorship.
I know. I kept telling everybody in the pre-production meeting. They were like, "Oh, y'all should talk about so and so, and then do so da 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 and da da da." I said, "Now you know how them people are that you know the castmates. They are just raw." Hey, mommy. Hello. How are you? Thank you for joining us. As Mokita takes a sip. Ooh, with the fancy glass. Let me see.
Bam.
I got my pearls on it, baby.
Oh,
All right, that's cute.
Send me one of those for
you
Christmas.
fancy
Absolutely not a problem.
That is cute.
And you know what? A couple of weeks ago, you told me that you really, really liked my lashes.
Yes.
That was the gift that you gave me this time last year. That's what I've been meaning to
Wow.
tell you.
Okay, so wait a minute. Did they really last that long?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get me some of those.
Yes, I love them. They are really, really nice.
Are they
Nothing
magnetic?
like some lashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the magnetics.
Because remember, I did the one with the real popular lady, the Instagram lady, and I ended up pulling out all of my lashes. Just
yeah.
Oh wait, let me take this beard off real quick. Since y'all
Why you playing the white?
right now?
Why you playing the white?
Don't do that,
Dudes are doing it. Dudes are doing
I
it.
said, let me take this beard off right
Dudes
now.
are doing it. Why you playing? Dudes are doing it.
Don't go there, Dwight.
Well, look. Well, speaking of acting, let's go ahead and talk about Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh Lord.
Oh.
And yeah, the defense wrapped their case. Yeah, they wrapped on Thursday.
Please get
He
that
look like
boy's
a
face off.
blowfish.
Yeah,
Blowfish.
do you see how hard he trying to get that tear to come out his eye?
Did y'all see how fast he pulled it together? Like
Listen.
he was like
Denzel Washington would never.
looking around. I'm like, that's fake.
Well, here's the interesting part. You saw footage of him, or maybe y'all saw the photos of him after he had shot, and he was celebrating, and he was like, "Oh, look, I shot so and so, so and so." Next minute, you see him in the courtroom with his fake.
Helen.
Okay, right, Helen. Come on, holler at her.
My address, Helen. Let me know.
Sponsored by Helen Wallace. Lashes by. Yes. Okay. Sorry, man. Go ahead. What you
Right,
saying?
my bad. My bad.
Speaking of people who need lashes, Kyle Rittenhouse. Go ahead.
6'9", what's up, Earl?
Hey there, Earl.
Hey, Earl.
That boy gonna win. That boy gonna win all the Oscars.
I'm telling
all the
you.
Golden Globes.
You better say it.
That boy gonna have a clean sweep. I ain't never seen an acting job that good on the stage.
He looked like he was
where are we
getting ready to
going with
bust a
this?
blood
Because
vessel.
I understand that it's not going well for the
The judge. Let's talk about the judge. The judge was out of order. And the
Okay,
sad
let's
part
tell
about
everybody what we're talking about first.
So
Go
Kyle
You showed the
Rittenhouse.
picture, but
Go ahead, Senator.
Go ahead, Senator.
Oh, no,
Lay it out for us.
Kyle Rittenhouse is the Kenosha killer. He's the 17-year-old who drove across state lines into Wisconsin and then shot or killed 2 individuals and
with
shot
an AR-15.
Shot 4. And now he's on trial. He's on trial for the murder of those 2 people, who, by the way, weren't black people, which is because I think people are conflating all the different trials happening.
Right.
He killed some white folks, and yet the judge clearly has no remorse for anybody who was out there protesting on behalf
But
of
it was during the
Jacob
Black
Blake.
Lives Matter protest, right?
This was this is in the aftermath of Jacob Blake getting killed, or getting shot. I'm sorry, in Kenosha 7
So we
times.
just gonna let conflate slide. I see. Okay,
Carry
on.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Carry on, Senator.
Conflate.
I just wanted to make sure.
Go ahead, Senator.
I apologize. I'm sorry. Mine's been going so quick, Miles. You know how it goes. But yeah, the judge, the judge in the case.
That part, Benita.
How you forgot the word "hot" in front of mess?
Yeah, he's been out of pocket. He's been out here reading magazines during the trial. Most recently, his phone went off in court, and it was "Proud to Be an American." That was his ringtone, which is which was like Trump's theme song during his inauguration. So it's a whole lot of foolishness going on. So all I say is, don't be surprised if the outcome, even with videotape footage and the fact that this man actually killed these people, if somehow, some way, they argue self-defense. But all I'm saying is Trayvon Martin didn't get that same energy.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to figure out
when he was 17 and unwhite.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how the self-defense theoretical principle is going to hold up in the court of law under these circumstances,
right.
when he clearly incited this violence and perpetuated this violence. Like that's the part that's most disturbing and perplexing about this entire court trial, because when you say self-defense or when you say stand your ground, that means that somebody was inciting violence against you, or that somebody perpetuated violence against you, when it was neither one of those things. So I'm very confused about that. But like you said, I shouldn't be shocked that it's going well, because as the enlightened Babu, our homeboy Dana, would say, he has the complexion for protections.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't looking for trouble. He drove across state lines with a rifle, like
an AR-15 loaded, locked
and
in.
He said his mother drove, so his mother drove it.
His mother is aiding and abetting.
Right.
Yeah, so like you went looking for trouble.
She need to be on trial too.
Is she? She didn't know that he had this gun.
How do you have?
He got photos. He got photos.
AR-15 is a pretty large weapon.
I'm trying to figure out what her defense is.
She's not even. No charges even brought against her.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out why no charges are being brought against her.
Right. And the point also needs to be made too. Let's not be remiss to mention the fact that you have a white kid who jumped out with an AR-15, walked past officers, and went unaccosted, unquestioned, unstopped. I mean, just completely was able to just get walking a citizen in a violent, malevolent atmosphere.
Oh, malevolent.
Miles, you are the golden corral of words right now.
Right.
You are the showers of words.
And the police.
Right, Earl.
Well,
here's the thing, Miles.
I mean, but we got this.
They didn't know.
Exactly.
Right.
They gave him water.
They didn't say none of that.
They gave him water.
They gave him water, and they had a full conversation with him. Not even ask. He looked young as hell. They ain't even say, "Well, how old are you?"
Yeah.
Like, why are you out here? They didn't do none of that.
Why are you
just go ahead? Just right on, Whitey. Just keep moving. Power to the pilgrims. That's all it was. That's all it was.
Kendrick shows up and blows up the show all in 5 minutes. Guys,
that's all it was. Kendrick, come through strong, Kendrick.
It's true what he's saying, but here's the thing that's more perplexing than what you asked, Miles. Why are we talking about something that's very clear cut? Why is this even on air?
Because it's not clear cut,
man.
It is very clear cut, TT. I mean, you got an arm. You went out. You shot and killed. You went home. You had no business even out there. You had no business shooting. You had no business even getting home after that. And we're watching this mess on TV, and we're watching this judge is so un-American. So
we talking about the same country. American. We talking about the same country that members of Congress, who were there on January 6th. Are still acting like January 6th didn't happen. Like
exactly.
This is America.
So I would, they would try to make you
right. I can hear it in my head.
It's so interesting that you talked about the insurrection, because he incited a riot. And the interesting part of it is that you have the young man with his concert, and they want to bring criminal charges against this young man.
Travis Scott.
And Travis Scott. And the same type of energy was held on January the 6th. And it's so interesting how the perception of a situation is changed. Because, in my opinion, it's a different complexion.
100%.
You are so right.
I sent the video of him stopping the concert, asking for
someone to help him.
No one is even putting that on mainstream media.
Or the video of the cops who just was chilling there for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
Watching the concert go down like, oh, there's a good time.
Right.
D.L. Hughley put that out, Mo.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hughley.
I mean, I saw where one parent, their child went to the concert and got trampled, but the child was 9, and I was just like,
Right.
I don't remember being 9 years old going to concerts.
Exactly.
Not something like that.
No
Anyway.
Travis. Right. Exactly.
Now I did go to a concert at that age, and it was what I'm telling the honest truth, because this was a conversation that I had this week. The question was, did you go to a concert at that age? Yes, I did. It was the Jackson 5.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's different. That's different.
But my point is that I did, and I was with my mama.
The Jackson 5 don't cuss. The Jackson 5 don't cuss.
But my point is that was who my mom was, and we went to that concert. Maybe was that child with their mother, and I believe that they were.
Yeah, he was on his father's neck.
Yes, and my point about it is that I don't know what it was like for my mom with me at that age at the Jackson 5 concert, but I do know as a mother, when I was walking the streets in New York with my kids, I was like this the whole time.
Right.
Well, just being aware of the situation and trying to ensure the safety of my kids from the unknown. And I'm not saying that it's the parents' fault, but I am just saying that there is an awareness that a parent has that is innate that maybe they could have had, and the situation just grew into something that was not controllable. Because
I started out wrong, though.
I would say that
rushed the gate.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that to a certain extent, Ms. Markins, but I do think that you have to also juxtapose the time.
All right, juxtapose.
And you have to juxtapose the artist as well.
Can we drink twice to juxtapose?
Exactly. No 9-year-old should be at no Travis Scott concert.
Yeah, I'm not.
Ain't no 9-year-old.
I have to agree with that because
I'm not familiar with Travis Scott, but what I do know is the promoters of the concert, the people who are in charge of the venue, they were not prepared. It wasn't even set up properly to be able to hold the. I mean, there's no way that the crowd should have been able to knock down.
Well,
that barrier.
This wasn't the first Astroworld Festival.
Right.
This is an annual event.
Right.
That was like that.
It had been on a break since COVID. So you're probably right, Mokita. They might have been understaffed or underprepared and not thinking about how much folks want to get out and see these kinds of things. But I definitely don't think Travis Scott is at fault the way they're trying to make it.
I agree.
And make him at fault. I mean,
that was the whole point. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. He doesn't deserve that kind of smoke. More importantly, and this is a crazy thing, is that when you buy a ticket to a baseball game, just FYI, if you get hit with a ball, MLB and the team aren't liable just because you purchased the ticket.
Right.
So that is the kind of like insurance and liability that people take on in these kinds of things. So I wouldn't be surprised if, even though people are bringing suit against Travis Scott, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't win. But to Travis Scott's defense, he had already said that he was going to pay for the funerals of all the people who had passed away. So he's really trying to do everything in his power to do the right thing.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, though, like you said, Dwight, how as an artist am I responsible for the security dynamic and ensuring the safety of these thousands of people? That's not my job. My job is to perform and give a good show, and that's it. That's it. That's where my liability ends and begins.
I feel you at normal concerts, but he is one of the principal promoters of the Astroworld Festival. Like, it is his festival. So
but even with that being
there's the subtle difference. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that it's different if you're like going to a concert.
He's not. You saying he's not a performer. He is the actual. He's the promoter.
He's the promoter. Here's the thing: Travis Scott, his concerts are known to be violent, though. They're not. These ain't just your normal concerts. These people are jumping in the crowds and stuff like that too.
If he ain't from your set.
So is Travis Scott a rapper? I don't even know who he is.
Miles is crazy.
Yes, he is.
He's a rapper. Okay.
Mokita, he's Kylie Jenner's baby.
Forgive him.
Oh, he got a baby with Kylie Jenner?
Yeah, that's Kylie.
Yeah.
That's why he's having problems.
That's another black man having problems.
Y'all better watch it. Brandy coming.
In Brandy's absence,
right,
another Kardashian done let a black man down.
You can't talk about no
Brandy
woman
finna come.
Let me play the other. other side of this. Let me play the other side of this. Now, if in fact he was held to a higher standard because of the incident that occurred prior to COVID at his concert that he is the promoter for, should he, as the promoter, have taken additional precautions for this type of behavior and stop encouraging it? I'm just asking the question because it seems as if you have a track record of this.
Moms don't have no sense. No sense at all.
If you got a track record of doing this, like, you're inciting a riot. Like, you're asking them to bum rush the stage. You're asking them to be violent. Even the way you promoted it was a little aggressive, with people jumping all on each other and bum rushing the entrance. Like, that was a part of your promotion for your contract, your concert.
There are some concerts that you go to and you expect certain things. You're not going to Parliament and not thinking you're gonna be high when you come out, whether you were smoking it or not. You're not going to see Snoop and thinking it's not gonna be a cloud in the sky. I mean, it's some things that you just expect when you go to certain concerts.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And especially him. Yeah, you have to beef up the security.
Girl,
we might need to toast to you because it sounds like you were saying something else.
It sounded like you said be effing.
Yeah,
but it was beef up.
Oh no! But
I heard beef up. I don't know what y'all heard.
Look, I'll drink anyway. That's not what I was saying though.
I just wanted to add to that conversation that Dwight was in the moon and got hit in the head with a chair when they played Tear the Club Up, and I didn't see him trying to sue 3-6 Mafia. I didn't see that.
Tallahassee.
First of all, I was pepper sprayed in the garden.
That is
Tallahassee.
Hilarious.
Oh, so there's some truth.
Hey, Dwight,
it sounds like it's true.
Oh my God!
You gotta take cover, boy. You got to take cover when that song come on.
That's it.
Let's at least get the story right. I was pepper sprayed.
Pepper sprayed in the garden. That was the difference.
Wow.
You know, Brian Coates may or may not have mushed somebody on his way out the club.
Oh Lord!
We can neither confirm nor
name dropping. Hold on.
Right. He did the
Brian's like, what they got to do?
Be like, I don't have nothing to do with this. What is the problem?
Listen, when the pepper spray get in the air, folks be freaking out,
That is a wicked substance. You hear me? That is a wicked substance.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You don't even want to be near that stuff when it's in the air because you don't have to get sprayed per se.
And I sprayed it by mistake, like the keys. I hit the keys against my leg or something, and it sprayed. Like we fell out, like trying to get our breath. It was a lot on the keychain.
I sprayed some when I was 9, and I was like, "No, I didn't do it. It was in the bedroom." And so my aunt came running, like, "Did you spray that pepper spray?" And I'm like, "No,
no." And that is why 9-year-olds shouldn't be at concerts. Right there.
Exactly. There you go. At concerts, with pepper spray.
That 9-year-old kid, he was also a black boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Not
that it changes the remorse any way.
Doesn't.
I just wanted to let you know that it
was
a black boy.
You don't. I'm not taking my daughter to his concert.
Right.
Yeah. Like Sanaa ain't gonna never be at no Travis Scott concert. Not with me, she ain't.
First of all, you're not going to a Travis Scott concert. That's number one.
Let's call it. I'm not taking my daughter to John Legend. My daughter ain't going to no concert with me.
Why? Is it because she's ordinary people?
Well,
No, I just think there's a time and place for all that.
Because it's gonna be women throwing panties at John Legend. We don't want Harper to see that. That's why.
Them kids out at one of them houses.
Yeah, I don't even know what he's talking about.
2 weeks.
Like she can go to a Baby Shark concert or
yeah.
Baby Harper is about to be in double digits.
And speaking of
Baby Shark,
that's right. Speaking of baby, her birthday is tomorrow, and she is waiting on this shout out. Happy birthday, Harper! Happy birthday!
Miles, you a hater.
And she is threatening her fish from Miles. I will say that she is
fooling with Harper, man. Harper don't even love me like she should. She should love me.
Next concert coming. Let me go and run Harper some tickets.
Okay,
that's so funny.
Harper said Ebony is her favorite battle.
Mo, we got Jeezy, Rick Ross, Fabulous coming up.
That's not happening.
Go get them tickets, Mo.
Right.
First of all, that concert about to be canceled. The way they keep pushing back release dates,
I know.
Like they tripping.
Oh, happy
They
birthday!
changed the release date. They changed the date 3 times.
Them Scorpions are mean. They mean.
Oh yeah.
Coomer, happy birthday!
Our whole family. It started every day this week. It's been a different person's birthday in my family. Started Sunday. Was it Sunday, Miles? Wow. Yeah, starting Sunday with Jamie. Every day this week has been a person's birthday.
Harper is nothing but sweet when we together, so I don't know what she doing. Why
you know they love hard, but let me tell you about them.
Roy's face.
That's so funny.
Harper used to give me the coldest side eye for like the first few years until she realized I was gonna be around for a while. Then she was like,
so is she like
that is Harper.
Girl is she like a little girl on Blackish?
Yes.
No.
That character,
Diane's evil.
Has got to be.
Diane is off the chain. What else happened this week, y'all?
That nonchalantness, that's Harper.
That's Harper.
All I can say is when she was in my tummy this time, 11 years ago, or is it 9 years ago, or is it 10?
That's terrible.
When you were pregnant,
when I was
and getting ready to deliver.
You only have 2.
I cried. I did not run over that man with my car. Thank you.
Child, I was like, pull it back.
I was so angry, and that was all of Harper.
Life inside of you.
That was all of her.
She don't blame Harper for that.
Oh
my friends know. My friends know. There was some things going on during that time that is very indicative of her behavior.
Well, if somebody was to spit on my car right now and call me a name, you better watch out.
And you pregnant? Oh Lord!
No. I'm saying ain't nothing going on.
They might say I'm regular.
I was adding 2 TT.
No.
But yes.
Listen, they need to watch out because that's too much. We
already know, Justina. It's gonna be chili bang bang.
Not chili.
He gonna have the bam bams or the blam blams. The blam blams.
When I text y'all for some bail money, don't
right.
It don't take TT much. She be where they at?
Exactly.
You know it don't take much.
I vibe Young Harper. Young Harper took care of Sanila for me one night when I was at the Modkins house, so I'm good with her.
Stevie J say I'm not good with Faith Evans.
Oh boy!
First of all, the ghost of Biggie Smalls did not approve of this.
Damn, boy. All I got is faith in them light skins.
Wait, Stevie J not good with nobody, is it?
Yeah, man, that's a toxic. They say that back then they did not have any romantic interests, so. And that was 25 years ago. So I kind of.
Oh, I know you're not talking to Eb as much as you be like, my friend better not never touch none of my boyfriend. Even my boyfriend from the sandbox, I don't want Tanisha.
The sandbox.
Miles.
I'm talking about like when you grown, like you could probably start from like college, like you know what I'm saying? Like sandbox.
That boy that I shared them building blocks with at Second Baptist Preschool.
Oh God.
I just don't think that I would want to be around that person. Not that I cared about that person, but if you're my friend, I know you are my friend, and you're bringing this person into our circle. Like, I stopped being with them for a reason. I don't want them coming in my circle.
Not only that, that would be so uncomfortable.
Is there a statute of limitation?
If you're that stupid to date them, then go ahead and date them, but don't bring them in my circle.
That would be very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. But y'all, so Faith doesn't have a good track with relationships. I'm like, let's not just focus on Stevie J. Faith don't have the good track record.
That's a toxic.
Didn't she go to jail?
Yeah.
Did she go to jail for doing something? Huh? What you say?
First of all,
hurt people.
I think she did.
Let's not quote Tupac. First of all,
right.
Right.
And you claim
right.
I mean, but here's the thing, man code. You don't mess with your dudes. Man code.
But but Roy, you and I both know.
No, I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna say, Miles. So no.
men are much more. How can we say liberal when it concerning that circumstance than women are? When men are much more liberal. Now, but see, that's why I was trying to get some clarification.
No,
because I want to know, like, for ladies, like women, like they have a life statute of limitation on that.
Yeah,
like,
we don't do that.
I don't want to. I'm not trying to.
I mean, what? I don't. Somebody explain it to me, please. Enlighten me.
Like, if me and Jessica didn't know each other, and I ended up dating somebody that she dated, and then we meet each other, that would be one thing. But there's no way.
Another scenario? Another person?
Well, Jessica and I are friends.
Figure out and insert somebody else in. I'm just messing with you.
No, what I'm saying is if they dated before we knew each other or something like that, and I didn't know it, that would be one thing, because that's like ooh, for real? But not knowing, you don't date nobody. No.
Right. So I had a girlfriend who called me and said, "Oh, do you mind if I date so-and-so? Honey, we were getting ready to get married." I was like, "Girl, he a good time, but you're not going to go nowhere with that. I mean, if that's what you want."
Well, at least she gave you the respect to call you. At least she kept it G with you. But I will ask you this though.
But if you got to call and ask, that's a no.
Yeah, like what do you
got to call and ask? That's a no.
I've never looked at her the same, because I'm like, oh, you're just silly.
Roy is hilarious. Roy, you know she ain't had no other.
I don't care. I don't care.
Roy is the only guy she ever dated. You the only guy she ever dated.
Mo, let me ask you a question, Mo.
Mrs. Markins, Ebony said, "Let her in, please."
Would you?
Oh, Basil, let her in.
Hypothetically speaking, not hypothetically speaking, but you definitely are a grown woman now.
Absolutely.
Jessica's boyfriend from high school, he's off limits?
Yes.
Now?
Absolutely. Yes. Why are you doing that? And then you got a whole world.
Yeah, that's why.
You got a whole world.
Hey, Miles, this is how far I go with it. If she just liked them and they never dated,
that's the rule.
Ain't going out.
That's how it's supposed to be, Ebony.
That's enough. That's
Miles nasty. You know Miles nasty. He don't care. He's swinging from chandeliers and he's adjacent to this and adjacent to strip clubs and everything else. You know Miles.
Look at him. That is ridiculousness.
So Will Smith, his book came out this week, and in his book, he revealed that he and Jada had their best sex life the first couple of weeks. No, actually, I believe it was the first couple of months of their marriage. How many times they did it a day, and I think he was even quoted as saying that he would die in order for her to be satisfied. He also talked about
figure.
He said he was jealous of Tupac, and he was tortured by their.
Still jealous of Tupac.
Yeah.
The man done dead and gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see that meme where somebody said that Will wants to kill her, but he won't kill her because then she'll be with
Yes.
That's a shame.
Gosh.
That's some powerful stuff.
Because there's some accuracy.
That's terrible, y'all.
I'm just saying.
That I can't.
Distraction. Okay.
I put it on growing up in Baltimore in the 80s. I mean, something about The Wire and heron.
She kind of
it's all messed up. Is all I'm trying to say.
She just kind of toxic. Like it's like she keeps throwing him under the bus. Like, why you keep throwing this man under the bus and then rolling?
He allowed it though.
He
allowed it. He allowed it.
And he keeps talking about it. That's the sad part.
He knew what she was like when he married her. He knew what he was getting into.
Don't get distracted from the commercial aspect of it. That's
I watched.
I agree. I agree, Miles. He's trying to sell his book.
I watched the interview.
Like this is strictly
telling. I don't know if you need to go buy it no more.
Did you see the interview with him and Oprah?
You saw part of it. Tell us, Pitt.
Well, I mean, it was really good. He was very vulnerable, and he talked about, seeing his dad physically abuse his mom and feeling like a coward, and how he had all of his life, he was trying to overcompensate because he felt like he didn't do what he could have done at age, but he was like 7 or 8. It was really not much that he could have done. Mm-hmm. So then he went on to talk about how he, when he started rapping, everybody was calling him soft because he came out around a time where everybody was, it was a lot of hardcore rap. Yeah. And they were calling him soft and, just about some of the roles that he played.
So interesting story.
The separation.
Kissing
another man.
That was
his crossover.
Interesting story. So Will Smith grew up on the same block as my brother's first wife.
Okay.
So Will tried to step to my brother's then girlfriend one too many times, and so to the point around Will being soft, I got confirmation that Will.
Vincent.
Just why?
Vincent.
This show is the best.
Out.
This show is the best.
Like tissue paper.
Show is the best.
Shut up, Dwight. What is wrong with Dwight?
Charmin extra.
I like Will though. I want him to. Maybe I have an affinity for people named Will, huh?
You do.
Clearly.
You sure do.
Clearly, that's a theme for you.
Your son gonna be named Will.
Absolutely not. I'm not having any more children.
Hey, if you leave it up to a will, there will be another will.
Well,
where there's a will, there's a way.
Look, I have a stepson named Will. That's as far as it's gonna go.
I love it.
That's tough, man. That's tough. But tough. Like I said, at this point, I just feel like it's a ploy. It's a commercial ploy to sell more books. It's more about the monetary value of his story and him maximizing his profitability as an artist, as an author, and their brand. So I think that's what they're selling like at this point. Because if you think about it, like this. Ever since this August Alsina entanglement took place, they have been in the news discussing some aspect of their relationship every week. Like, and I think that, like, once they saw how much traction it gained, they were like, man, we could really make some money on this. Because at the end of the day, like we talk about, like at the end of the day, there are two things in America that's always gonna sell: sex and violence. Like it's always gonna sell.
Always.
So when you put the sexual dynamic on it, and it's salacious, and it's
all right, salacious,
and it's salacious. It's intriguing. It has that awe factor. Like she did what with who, and then he gets to play the victim to kind of sell it because now it's not typical. Like we talked about in the beginning. Like it wouldn't have the same shock factor if this was Will.
Right.
Do you think that any women are going to come out?
You know what? I told you before, Ms. Markins, I think Will has his sliders in check. I don't think they come in
sliders. That's right. That's the new word. Sliders.
Miles. Here's the thing, too. Will Smith is a media darling.
Yes, he is.
And I think that's the part that we kind of overlook. When you got 55 million followers on IG, and you got millions of followers on every social platform. He's a media darling. So anything that Will Smith says, whether it's words of encouragement, whether it's, hey, I'm vulnerable, I went through X, Y, and Z, whether it's marriage, counseling, or marriage advice, people are listening to Will Smith.
No, they are.
People are taking up Will Smith also.
Oprah said that was the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. The people were taking up for Will Smith, and they're saying like, it's okay for people to be vulnerable, and it like guys are getting on him saying whatever, and they're like, why can't he be vulnerable? Like, it's okay that he shares this stuff. He was like, they were saying like, this is where the bad taste of mental health comes from, when someone shares that they are struggling with this or they had a hard time with this, and then people start to pick at it, then it backs the person away from maybe seeking help. So it's some guys are coming out in support of what he's doing.
That's fair.
I mean,
that's fair.
And here's the thing: not only a media darling, he's really a media powerhouse, right? And I think that's the other part that you kind of overlook. He's got support because Will's is not even he's crossed over every platform, black, white, you know. So and then you studying everything from the moon to freaking, you know, Cracker Jacks and everything else under the sun. So you got every piece of support behind you.
Am I wrong that when Jessica asked about women coming out, I immediately thought she was talking about Jada too?
You know what? Senator.
Coming out about what?
Well, Oprah said
there's some questions now, Dwight.
It's the best biography she's ever read before her life. That's
she likes women. If that's what you're talking about, Dwight.
Really, Oprah said that.
She likes women. Ain't no doubt about that. Ain't no doubt about that.
Dwight said, you know,
she likes women.
She tried to date the same woman that the guy tried to step to that's related to your first job.
And listen, she likes women. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Hey Mo, that might make me go cop that. If
I'm buying it, I'm definitely buying it.
Just see that.
I'm definitely buying
it, sir. I am a.
But you know what?
Don't get the game twisted.
You know he read books. That's why he got the vocabulary.
Wait, it's time for us to have another.
You just a black man with a dictionary.
Yeah, I'm just a nigga with a dictionary.
Oh God, Miles.
Now that we've got.
I didn't want to say it, Miles, because you know on podcasts you only allowed to get so many N-words. I didn't want to use it.
Yeah,
I didn't want to use it.
We can slide one in every now.
No, his check mark for the evening.
Miles, it's time for us to have another book club anyway. You know, this time of year. Last year we had a book. What was we reading? I can't remember what it was.
Man, you know what? Mo, I started the year off good, but man, I fell off when real estate kind of started to take place, man. I know the Markins family was gracious enough to give me that Barack Obama memo.
That was it.
Like 1,000 pages.
Yeah,
I'm scared of that mug. I ain't picked that one up yet. Shoot, that's gonna be a year's project. I'm gonna have to read like 100 pages a month.
I'm definitely gonna get the Will Smith book.
10 months to read it. But yeah, I definitely
read now, Miles. It's Section 8. What you reading?
He reading them contracts. Look, he reading them all the way to the bank. Cha-ching.
Yeah, I gotta get. I'm gonna get back on it though. I'm gonna get back on it when we get to our fasting season in January. I'm definitely gonna get back on it. That's usually when I get most of my reading in anyway.
You guys just made me excited because it's that time where we wrap up the year and we talk about those stories that we couldn't stop talking about, and then we exchange gifts. I think Mokita's gift last year.
I am still trying to get into it.
Oh my God, Mokita!
Oh my God!
I'm still trying to get into it.
That part is funny, and then
hope has not been lost.
I'm gonna ask Senator, did you ever get your present?
No.
Dwight didn't even say a word either. He was quiet. Good for you, Dwight.
So okay.
Oh my God.
All right, Markins family. So here's the play.
We won't go down that road again with your gift this year. We won't go down that road again. Woo, that's funny.
Did you all watch the Colin Kaepernick story?
No, I heard
it was good.
It's on Netflix.
It was very, very good.
I'm scared to watch it, Mo, because I'm scared of the mind frame it's going to put me in. I might have to boycott the NFL the rest of the season.
No, it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like that.
It's not?
No.
I just want to be noted the context clues that Mo's given us into her life. She likes Wills, and she clearly likes light-skinned dudes because she done talked about Will Smith and Colin Kaepernick. Just go ahead on. Is his name Will Cox? Is his name what's like what? Come on now. Is his last name Williams?
No.
Hilarious.
His name is not Will. He is light skinned though.
That's right.
All right, Dwight, you 1 for 2. You 1 for 2.
I'll be like, Moby out here telling on herself. She like
50% from the field over there.
The Colin Kaepernick thing was so random. I was like, she want to tell. Go ahead. He got an afro.
No.
He used to wear number 7 in college.
That's foolish.
Crazy.
Nevada State.
Crazy, man.
He was 7 on his line. On his line when he crossed. He was number 7.
Y'all crazy.
That's right. One time for the 7.
Listen, before the end of the year,
is he a Kappa? Is he a Kappa?
Hey,
Dwight, if he a Kappa, then we all know who it is.
What we're not going to do is talk about Mokita's extracurricular activities.
Mokita's. You got the wrong word. Mokita's
Killer Cam.
entanglements.
Killer Cam.
Go ahead, Cam.
He going back to the Panthers.
He
back
returned with
started.
the Panthers. He left the Panthers in 2019.
Now he's back.
He's back.
I mean, what more fitting? What place where you took him to the Super Bowl. You created, this huge following. Community loved him. He won there. I mean, I think it's fitting. He should have never been. He should have never had been let go in the first place. I think.
But can we talk about that for a second? Because it's really them getting enamored with McCaffrey, the white running back. They're trying to bring back the white running back, and they got rid of their black quarterback. And now
is that what
happened? Now they in shambles.
I don't.
Yeah.
I think Dwight oversimplified it, but
bro.
I would say
I'm with you, Dwight. Dwight, we here.
But am I wrong though, Miles?
No. Hey, you know Miles. He always trying to justify.
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying to justify.
Let's not. Hey, Dwight. Let's not talk about his homeboy Stephen A. You know who? You know that.
We will not give him any airtime.
Now, Dwight, I mean, I think that like every NFL franchise, they have a shelf life in mind for every asset. For their quarterback, for their running back. You know what I'm saying? They have a shelf life in mind. And once you reach that shelf life, regardless of your productivity, regardless of how good you've been or have not been, depending on who your general manager is, your relationship with the coach, there's some intangible relationships that could factor into the equation.
Entanglement.
I think what happens is we see a guy like Cam Newton, or we see black athletes. Now there's a shelf life. Ain't nobody talk about a shelf life when we're talking about like playing quarterback.
That's not entirely true though.
No,
because
Miles, we don't. They don't.
No, Roy. That's not entirely true because look, I mean, it's arguably that New England Patriots just let go of Tom Brady 2 years ago, and he won the Super Bowl.
No, that wasn't a choice. That was Tom's choice.
It still speaks to the. No, it wasn't. It speaks to the point.
Yes, it was.
Bill Belichick tried to get rid of Tom Brady when they drafted
the year before that. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, they tried to get rid of him then.
Nobody, maybe that's Bill Belichick, but the NFL does not talk about the shelf life of a white quarterback. They don't.
No, they do not. They do not. They don't even engage in that type of discussion. That is so beneath them.
It's the dual threat quarterbacks that always mysteriously have a shelf life.
Exactly. The backyard quarterback.
They're running, so they're getting hit. It's shortening their
Roethlisberger and him done seen the rise and the fall of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they still sticking with them.
Don't even mention that name.
No, listen. Don't get every starter on Big Ben.
Let's talk about something else. I forgot is not with it.
Please, don't even mention his name.
I think that every asset in the NFL,
he should have been fired.
Well, then I'm going to have to keep it right where we are. We only have 9 more minutes.
Okay.
But there's no way that I'm going to allow us to leave the show tonight without bringing this gentleman back into conversation, because he said, I don't care what the headlines are right now. I am going to be the headline. What the NFL will not do is force me out. John Gruden says he is suing Roger Goodell and the NFL for forcing him out. He says that they conspired against him and created a malicious and orchestrated campaign to force him out.
Good for that pilgrim.
There's some
That's good for him.
Well,
That's good for him.
Sports part,
I tell you,
tears
be the saltiest tears.
That is good for him.
Is Gruden feels like they use him as a scapegoat, right? There's a whole lot more people in the NFL. That includes ESPN. That includes a lot of GMs, a lot of head coaches. And I think what he feels like, okay, you guys owners, you ruined my career. And the reality is that there's a lot more people that should be sitting at home other than John Gruden.
I was just about to say,
that is true.
The reality is what he really wanted to say is you are me and I am you. So why me and not you?
Oh, you're a head coach.
Are you saying that the NFL and its white front office
the
is
totem
racist?
pole?
Stop. Right.
Dan Snyder.
His racist ass need to have him sell the team. Oh, I'm sorry. That racist pilgrim.
The bro that let you out the basement and gave you some internet, and now you just don't know how to act, Kendrick.
That's how it is.
But look,
they ain't never had.
This is the 360 moment. If John Gruden is citing these type of allegations against the NFL to say that they orchestrated a campaign against him,
your boy
in my opinion, just looking at it from the outside, not in that industry at all, how true is it that Colin Kaepernick's claim of them citing this charge against him from all of the
it was true
owners.
when he said it then. It's still true now.
and that came up. That came up when John Gruden was they found a lot of the evidence. I mean, there was a full blown conversation with all the teams and coaches.
Right. One John Gruden, one of the ones that was advocating for Colin Kaepernick to be cut. He was like, how they let this guy on the team? How they let him stay on the team and he kneels and that kind of thing. Like, but
I'm
to Roy's
blown
point,
that 31 old white men somehow are racist. I just
wealthy white men.
That's hilarious.
Wealthy white men.
I'm exasperated by the mere thought of it.
I'm just curious to see who else.
We're gonna let that slide.
Oh wait,
Miles, let me see your cup. What is that? Don't try and change it. Let me see.
I'm not.
Oh, I thought you had some kind of.
All I know is I miss Drop Keep Coming. That's all I know. I just miss him.
I don't know. Where's Captain? He told me that he was gonna pull the computer out. He is out of the country, but he told me he was gonna pull the computer out. Look, before we go, I have got to say this because we did not get to talk about it last week. Savoy Magazine. Let me tell you.
Open that thing up, girl.
Oh my gosh.
Open that thing up, girl.
Rockstar.
That's right. You should have had the page marked already. What you doing?
No. I'm just trying to take you to this part. The content.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Who is that? Jessica? Who is that? All I know is I'm standing over Kyrie Irving. What you talking about, girl?
That's so funny.
Hey.
You know why?
And look, then I went to the story. Don't stop it, Miles. And then I went ahead and went over to the story, page 74.
Don't mind.
And I was like, oh my God. So watch this. Guess what story is right before?
Tabitha.
Wait a minute. Okay, so what month is that? Because I need to go get me a
this is out right now.
I got to go to the store and buy like 6 of them. Let me go give me
six. Yes. This thing say $19.95.
Yes. Okay, maybe I can get
this
two.
is the
I'm getting ready to say, Mo. You might not want to buy 6. It's like 2.5. And still the other one, Mo. Still the other one.
I cannot believe it. I can't.
Hey, Mo, you do like this with the other one.
I mean,
what is wrong with Miles?
I don't know.
In the midst of all of this, I know y'all are wilding out, but I'm just telling you,
that's
my mouth doesn't drop too much. And from a person who does this for a living, I do this for a living. But for somebody to sit there and text me and be like, "Girl, you in Savoy," that's huge.
Yeah, that's promotions for Savoy, so I know.
Listen, we were talking about that magazine the day before.
Nice.
And we were like, I was like, you need to be in this magazine.
All right, Basil, you better put it up on the screen.
Come through with the pics, Basil. You know,
Basil.
You see that? You see that Foxmore pose? I'm loving it.
Foxmore.
Right.
Right.
You see the Foxmore
pose?
That's hilarious.
Congratulations, Pig.
Well, I say it's not me. It's congratulations to the Hit Rockstar team.
Yes.
Woo! It's the team.
We are Hit Rock Stars, baby.
Yes. Woo! And just continuing to just.
Hey, Ms. Martins, I don't know if Roy told you, but this show got people noticing me randomly. I'm like, wait a second.
I just bought my house from that. I just bought my house from Gramblin's Finest. That's what they said. That's what they say.
Right.
What happened, Val? What happened, Val?
Long story short, a young lady. I was having a real estate discussion with a young lady, and she was complimenting me on some of the videos that I put up. And then she said that, and then she made mention of. She said, "I also saw you on this like show," and I was like, "A show?" And she said, "Yeah." She said, "I saw you on the show. You guys were discussing pop culture, society issues, and things like that." And I was like, "Oh, you talking about my 2 cents?" She was like, "Yeah, that's excellent. I love it." And like I told Roy earlier, it's not that I know people watch the show. So I wasn't enamored or like my mind wasn't blown by that, but I was blown that somebody actually recognized me.
All right, enamored. You better have some fans.
Why wouldn't they recognize the Negro with a dictionary?
Let me
recognize the Negro with a dictionary.
The last drop.
You got the word nasty too, because he's also in Hanging Chandeliers edition.
Well, sir. Tasha didn't just marry me for my cooking, sir.
I cannot.